So you're starting a business in the US. That's awesome. But right away, you're going to run into this 9-digit number called an Employer Identification Number, or EIN. It can feel a little intimidating, but trust me, it's not. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and demystify the EIN completely. Whether you're going all in on a new LLC or just finally getting serious about that side hustle, you've probably heard this term EIN thrown around. And yeah, it might sound like just another piece of government paperwork, but it's actually the key that unlocks your business's entire financial future. You know, the easiest way to wrap your head around an EIN is with a simple comparison. Just think of it like a social security number, but for your company. It's the unique ID that tells the government, banks, and other businesses, hey, this company is a legit, separate thing. And that separation, it's absolutely crucial. See, just like you use your SSN for all your personal stuff, taxes, banking, credit, your business uses its EIN for all of its official functions. This is really the first major step you take in drawing a clear, bright line between your personal life and your professional one. Okay, so what's the official textbook definition? The IRS calls it a unique 9-digit number they assign to identify a business for federal tax purposes. And yeah, that's its main job. But as you're about to see, what it lets you do goes way, way beyond just taxes. So this brings up the big question. Do you actually need one? Well, the answer is, it depends. Sometimes it's mandatory, no choice in the matter. And other times, it's just a really, really smart business move. Let's break down when it's a must-have versus a nice-to-have. Okay, so the IRS is super clear about this. You absolutely must get an EIN if you plan on hiring even one employee. That's a big one. Also, if you're setting up as a corporation or a partnership, you're required to have one. Same goes if you're dealing with specific tax returns, certain retirement plans, or things like trusts and nonprofits. If you check any of those boxes, getting an EIN isn't a suggestion, it's a requirement. But what if you're just a sole proprietor, no employees, keeping it simple? Well, getting an EIN is still one of the smartest things you can do. For starters, most banks are going to require one just to open a business bank account. It also helps you apply for licenses and build business credit. But honestly, the most important reason might just be your own personal security. And this quote right here from a small business owner really nails it. Think about it. Every time a client needs to send you a 1099, they need a tax ID for their W-9 form. Giving them your EIN instead of your personal social security number, that dramatically reduces your risk of identity theft. It's a huge deal. All right, so you're convinced. How do you get one? Here's the best part. The whole process is surprisingly simple, and listen closely here, it is completely 100% free. I'm going to say that one more time because it's so important. Applying for an EIN is a free service offered directly by the IRS. You should never, ever pay for it. You'll see a ton of websites out there that try to charge you a fee for this service, but the official application on irs.gov costs you nothing. Zero. The process itself really just boils down to 3 simple steps. First, and this is a biggie we'll come back to, you have to legally form your business entity with your state before you apply. Second, you just gather up your basic info. And third, you go to the official IRS website and fill out the online application. It literally takes just a few minutes. And the speed of applying online is just incredible. It's a total game changer. When you apply online during their business hours, you get your EIN immediately, instantly. Compare that to faxing, which could take a couple of weeks, or mail, which can take a month or more. It's a no-brainer. The choice is obvious. Now, even though the process is pretty straightforward, there are a few common tripwires that can cause some serious delays or even get your application rejected. So let's walk through them so you can sidestep the headaches and get it right the very first time. We've already hit this one, but it's the #1 mistake, so we have to say it again. Do not pay for an EIN. All those websites that look super official and ask for a processing fee, they're just middlemen. Go straight to the source, irs.gov. It is always free. Okay, mistake number 2 is a critical timing error. Your business has to officially exist in the eyes of the state before the IRS will give it a federal ID. So if you are forming an LLC or a corporation, you have to complete your state registration, get those approved documents back, and then you can apply for the EIN. Don't jump the gun. This next one trips people up all the time. On the application, the IRS asks for a responsible party. This can't be another company or a trust. It has to be an actual person, a human being, who ultimately owns or controls the business and its money.
So, congratulations! You've avoided all the common mistakes, you've submitted your application, and now you have your shiny new EIN. So, now what? Well, this is where the fun really begins.
Your new EIN is basically the master key to the kingdom of business. With it, you can finally open that business bank account. You can legally hire your first employee. You can apply for business licenses, file your business tax returns, and start building a credit history that's completely separate from your own. It unlocks everything. So what's the game plan? Well, on the very same day you get your EIN online, you can literally walk into a bank and open that business account. But here's a little pro tip. The IRS says it can take up to 2 weeks for your new EIN to be fully active across all their internal systems, especially for things like e-filing payroll taxes. So just keep that little lag time in mind. And there you have it, the EIN, totally demystified. See? It's not just some random number. It's your business's official ticket into the world of commerce. It gives you legitimacy, it sets you up for growth, and it protects your personal identity. So the only real question left is, now that you have this powerful new tool, what's your first big move going to be? Thanks for tuning in.